Welcome. You are listening to Dr. Eve Angel Savage inside the Entrepreneurial Circle. We have a very special guest with us today, Erica Gordon, the founder of Moms with Dreams University, the go-to source for women who desire more. She is the creative force and compiler of the Amazon bestseller, Motherhood, Dreams, and Success. You can have it all. And the host of the Moms with Dreams show, a weekly podcast. As a divorced mom and an entrepreneur, Erica understands the challenges that women face when working toward their dreams while raising their children. Erica empowers, educates, and inspires women to pursue their passion and create a life they love in the midst of motherhood. Welcome, Miss Gordon.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. I'm so honored to be here with you tonight, Dr. Savage.
Oh, you are so welcome. We are so glad to have you. We're just going to move right into our discussion. Can you give our listening audience a background about what led you into the field of entrepreneurship?
Absolutely. Well, when I was younger, I always had a feeling that I wanted to have my own business, but I wasn't really sure what it looked like or how I would do it. And I became a mom at the tender age of 17. So my life and all my dreams, I felt like I had to set them aside and figure out how I was going to take care of my son and still manage to go to school and do all the things that I had set out to do. So I've always been on a mission to make sure that I still accomplish the things that I wanted to do and also manage being an attentive mother, caring, compassionate, loving, all of those things to my son. And as the years went by, I got married, had 3 more beautiful children, and was living a life that I thought was what I was supposed to be living. It was perfect. We had the beautiful home in the suburbs, the 2 cars, everything all the way down to our little black cockapoo, Nyla. And everything was good for a while, but then fast forward to several years, maybe not several, several years into our marriage, I started to notice different behaviors from my ex-husband and ultimately found out that he was having an affair and had fathered a child with this woman while we were married. So after trying to, move past it and make it work, I just wasn't able to. So we ultimately ended up divorcing. And it was in that process of me going through the divorce and figuring out how to put my life together that I discovered my calling, which was to empower women and especially mothers who had gone through something either traumatic, life-changing, or just felt like they didn't know who they were anymore and what they wanted to do with their lives. And so at that point, I went back to school and got my graduate degree in psychology, and then I got certified in coaching. And I started out with a meetup group called Moms with Dreams. And we met monthly, and I just used that as a basis for me to really get to know more about the issues that women were facing and their challenges and how I could possibly help them. And in the process, I learned so much. I met some incredible women and really just built relationships with them we've been friends ever since, actually. And so that's kind of how I got started. I transitioned the Moms with Dreams group into a coaching practice, and I worked with women one-on-one, and I helped them to deal with their challenges and the things that they were trying to figure out for themselves, but often didn't have the time to do because they were so busy. And in the process, I integrated my other passion, which is education, and I created the Moms with Dreams University, which is an online learning platform where we have instructors who teach courses that they can actually, that women can take and learn about different areas of their lives and explore their dreams. So if they're looking for personal development, professional development, we have courses in both of those areas. And that's kind of how everything got started. And then last year I was hosting a radio show, which was an extension of my business, and I ended that show, and then this year I started my podcast, which I absolutely love. And so that's kind of the backstory of how I got started.
And it's amazing how we start one way and we end up another. But one thing that was constant, it was your mission, and that's so important that you are still giving support and mentoring women in a dynamic way. And so I want you to tell us a little bit more about the university, because you have implemented the instructor side of the mentoring component to teach. I heard you say that you have a master's degree in psychology, correct?
Correct.
And then coaching, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And then, so you're instructing. You have what's called Moms with Dreams University.